Hello, Aries. Welcome to your reading for January 19th to the 31st. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We are going to the end of the month. And before we jump right in, Aries, I just got to say, you look so spectacular today. Now, get a bucket of popcorn, get a Diet Coke, get comfy, get in your favorite sofa, your hammock, whatever you need, because if you saw your January forecast, you know that the last half of the month comes with a disclaimer. It's animated, it can be a little overwhelming. It can be really strong. I mean, welcome to Bonkersville, okay? But it is going to be a truly pivotal stage in your spiritual journey. There's a lot happening here. We've got alignments, we have aspects that never happened in our lifetime. So I really have to just stress the fact that I have to be very specific with what's happening and make sure that you understand this is going to be some serious stuff, all right? And usually I note the best aspects, right? But there are none. There are no challenging aspects. Therefore, they're all great. All the aspects. They're just really potent, okay? It's a matter of how you use them. And yes, there's a lot more on the back. Now, we're at this moment in time where the energy is like a crescendo, yeah? Aspects are just getting stronger, they're getting mightier, they're getting louder, meaning you're feeling a little bit more worked up, maybe a little bit restless, maybe a lot more motivated, like you're on the dance floor, okay, at a bar mitzvah, and the DJ's playing that rave techno song that you love, okay? And that's building, and it's building, and it's building up to the bass drop like you already kicked off your heels. So that's what this week and the next week is going to feel like. You're going to feel it in your gut that something's building, that you know that your life is on the brink of dramatic change, okay? Especially Monday, January 19th, which I am calling the flashpoint. And I dropped these forecasts a few days before the actual week begins. So, happy Martin Luther King Day. If you are in the U.S., don't forget that on Sunday, January 18th, you got that gigantic new moon in Capricorn, yeah? And so all that energy from that new moon, yeah, it spills over. It's going to spill over, cast strongly over the first week, the first 2 weeks to be honest. That is your 10th house of career, of fame, of public recognition, of honors, of achievements. Aries, this is your big moment. A lot of y'all are changing jobs, or if you're not here for a career, you're being recognized. You're making things happen. You're having these achievements. Remember, this is a Saturn ruled new moon, and Saturn, as you know, is life lessons and karma. And you still have your ruler Mars exalted in Capricorn. All right, so the moon is waxing. There's something forming for you. So please plant seeds and set bold intentions. Put wheels in motion for new beginnings, okay? Because this is one heck of a new beginning. Because literally on the 19th, the day after, we enter a new season. We move into Aquarius season. So you're going to feel one of the greatest shifts in your life. Because this is not a normal transition into Aquarius season. All right? And Capricorn energy, by the way, yeah, you're still going to feel that new moon. You still have Mars in Capricorn. That Capricorn energy is mature. It's grounded. It's old bones. It's old soul. It's traditions. Aquarius energy is forward thinking. It's innovative. It's rebellious. It's the future. Capricorn says, oh, yeah, no, I like the way things were. We're going to follow the rules. And Aquarius says, F that. No, we're going to change up the system. So at this juncture, you are starting to see the old world crumbling, okay? And your new you adapting to the new era. And if Capricorn's like boomer energy, Aquarius is like Gen Z, yeah? But they're both Saturn ruled, and Saturn is reality. So this week you do have the best of both worlds. This is the day, Monday. It's the exact moment when you're on the dance floor at that bar mitzvah when the bass drops. So all this Aquarius energy is going to run through your bloodstream. You are going to feel a rush of endorphins because you're going to see all your hard work from the past month through Capricorn season start paying off if you put in the work, right? Saturn wants you to put in the work. And now your focus will be on progress, liberation, your future, but also your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, aspirations. Aquarius rules your 11th house, and that's exactly what it is. The next 2 weeks is going to be like the field of dreams for you. The 11th house is also your support system. It's your benefactors and allies and alliances and groups and organizations you belong to. So it's the way that you connect with people, meaning you're going to be social AF. And you will be you doing you, because Aquarius is known to be very independent, right? Does its own thing. Very similar to you, Aries. Yeah, y'all have that in common. I talked about that last week. But this is all for the greater good because Aquarius rules humanity and the collective. So for the next 4 weeks, especially the end of January, with this rare lineup, you will go through some of the greatest change of all of 2026 already. All right? Not just like literally in the first month, because this is when you become the change. This is when you dare to think different, especially in this 11th area of your chart. But also, like I said, you're going to be opening doors. You're going to be sending emails, DMs. You're going to be receiving them. You're just going to be communicating a lot. All right. And this stack of aspects on Monday, not only will we never have this again in our lifetime, we already had a minor grand trine on Sunday with a new moon. Yeah, as in your last week's forecast. But this Monday, we have another. So we got back-to-back minor grand trines, these bursts of potential. And that includes this exalted Mars still in Capricorn that's going to sextile Saturn in Pisces, right? You're going to have Saturn sextile Uranus in Taurus and Mars trine Uranus. There's your pyramid. And they're all at 27 degrees. What are the chances? Exact. This is harmonics. This is sacred geometry. This is something bigger than what we could ever perceive. And Saturn, ruler of both Capricorn and Aquarius, is at the apex. So there is this level of authority here and plenty of opportunities and breakthroughs. I mean, you got 2 sextiles, right? And Uranus, too, the planet of change. Aquarius is modern ruler. Yeah, Aquarius has 2 rulers. So when I say this is one heck of a new beginning, you got this ramp up of the new moon with a last of its kind mini grand trine and a never experienced before 5 planet conjunction in Aquarius that we will get to. But on the 19th, 1 + 9 = 10. We know that's a 1. New beginning. I mean, please do not weekend at Bernie's this day. Be present in the moment and fully commit to your future self and what you want for your future. You got Mars, your ruler, is exiling Saturn. That only happens every 2 years. You got the 2 malefic planets working together. They've rolled up their sleeves for you. This is endurance and willpower, and this is being just so proactive for your long-term goals. This is grit, yeah, at your highest frequency. You got Mars trine Uranus. That happens once a year. This is your wake-up call. This is you feeling driven for dramatic change. All right, with Mars up in there, and that's your second house, by the way. Uranus and Taurus, right? The money with Mars in your 10th house of career and your legacy. And then you've got Saturn sextile Uranus. Last time that happened was the mid-1990s. Hello, internet. You got mail. This is Saturn and Uranus. First of all, they're, both Aquarius is ruler, but they're father and son in astrology. And this aspect supports long-term goals and achievements and breakthroughs and your awakening, innovation, and a sudden revolutionary yet sustainable change you choose to create for your ambitions and your dreams and new systems that you're initiating, especially with work, career, money, and your legacy. Okay? This is Taurus, Capricorn, Pisces energy, right? Yeah, 3 areas of your life impacted because it's a, mini grand trine, but your values as well, self-worth and self-value. This is material possessions. Y'all are getting things as well. And remember, Saturn is reality checks, but commitments too. So you're steering your ship here. And as I said, never going to have this again. We're never going to have this again. Mars in Capricorn, by the way, is so grounding. Yeah. You're about to enter a period of overstimulation and urgency. The world around you moving really fast. Possible burnout energy, fatigue. So please use this aspect, ground yourself, have that full self-awareness, because the same day Venus will conjunct Pluto in Aquarius at 3 degrees. This is stimulation. This is electric. It's magnetic. You're going to be feeling this willingness to change. Pluto, remember, is transformation, is regeneration. Pluto has entered the building. And so you are going to have intense feelings and depth with love and money and power, your values and investments and like building relationships and intimacy, all of that. But also you're going to have a lot of fun with this. It is your 11th house. So your social network, your squad, your community, connecting with people, but you're still going to be thinking outside the box. It is in Aquarius. Remember, that's very original. And also, it's Pluto. Pluto natively rules your 8th. And again, the 8th is transformation. It's death and rebirth. So you are true. And this is the first, just the first conjunction with Pluto. All right? Wait till we get to the back, but please circle this day in your calendar. It's such a big day. It deserves its own holiday. And yes, we're just days away from that 5-planet conjunction in Aquarius. But on Monday, you got a stellium in Aquarius. You got the Sun, Venus, Pluto, and the Moon all in Aquarius. And then on Tuesday, January 20th, is when you got Mercury moving into Aquarius. So Mercury in Aquarius, I talked about your monthly forecast, is very original thinking. It's authentic, intelligent, forward thinking, ahead of the curve, okay? You've got the planet of the mind in the sign of the future. It's very cerebral, but again, it's in your 11th house. It's so social. Mercury, the planet of communication. And again, this is just you seeing things that you haven't seen before. Yeah, the Mercury's considered exalted here. Yeah, any blind spots, but anyway, he's going to be here for the rest of the month. But you've got a 5-planet stellium in Aquarius. All right, you're going to feel charged up about your future. Aquarius represents your future, but also freedom, rebellion, the greater good. Everything that I talked about earlier. This is Ethan Hawke in Dead Poet Society, standing on his desk saying, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," at the end of the movie. And this, by the way, is not a typical Mercury in Aquarius ingress, because Wednesday, January 21st, right off the bat, you are going to have Mercury conjunct the Sun. 2 degrees. You got a Mercury cazimi. So that intelligent, forward-thinking mind is getting an upgrade, a rebirth. Here's your epiphanies that you're going to have, wake-up calls that you will have, just in time for Thursday, January 22nd, Mercury conjunct Pluto. Is that on the back? That's on the back. We're already on the back. Oh, good. All right, so look at this. Thursday, January 22nd, you basically have a triple conjunction at this point. Yep. So that's a lot. 3 conjunctions, right? All happening concurrently at the same time. I mean, buckle up, right? You're no longer in comfort mode or echo mode, right? You are in, and it doesn't matter if you're 20, if you're 70, it doesn't matter. Things are about to get real for everybody, okay? This is forward momentum like you've never seen. And it's not about whether you go slow or fast. It's how you navigate in your Toyota Camry, whatever you drive in, all right? But the rest of the month, this is big, okay? All of this. Look at what's happening, all right? You got an advantage today, by the way, with Mercury conjunct Pluto. I mean, this is like Queen's Gambit level thinking with Mercury, merging his energies with Pluto, the planet that digs deep, excavates, investigates. Remember, he is ruler of the underworld. This is deep psychological, forensic probing. And so what does that mean? You know about Pluto. This is secrets. This is truths coming to the surface. And this is you being honest with yourself. And that requires the deepest level of self-love. Okay? You will likely have really deep conversations, intense conversations, just crystal clear clarity and confidence. Okay? But it's Mercury conjunct Pluto. So, Pluto, sure, power, empowerment, but also destruction. So, very likely, either way, words will be exchanged. It's Mercury, it's your 11th house, one of the most social houses. You will have some conversations, and truth may be revealed. This is disclosure, and quite possibly social media for you. That's the 11th house. But remember, Aquarius is humanity. It's the people. There may be something that you're putting out to the masses. There may be something that you are receiving, messages you're hearing. But remember, it's all happening in Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel and does its own thing. So be mindful here, because this aspect is very potent. This is when words can become sticks and stones. So be responsive, not reactive. Remember, everything is energy, vibration, frequency, your thoughts, the words that you speak, the inflection of your voice. This is you taking time to be in the moment, because your future self is watching you right now. What reality do you want to create for that future self? Because it's happening conveniently at the same time. Oh, that Mars sextiles Neptune, we'll talk about that later, but Friday, January 23rd, you've got the Sun conjunct Pluto, 3 degrees. You got a Pluto Kazemi. You exactly what happened with Mars, with Venus earlier this month. This is Pluto. You have the planet of death and rebirth having its own death and rebirth. This is penetrating. This is commanding. The sun is a life force. It's the reason 8 billion people on this planet are alive. And the sun merging its planet, its energy with the planet of transformation in the sign of the 8 billion people on this planet, humanity. So when I said in your annual forecast that you're going to be adapting to changes around you, this is, you inevitably become part of that change. Yeah? This is when you're going to start thinking about what is best for me. What is my quest to becoming the best version of myself? This is all about you on an individual level. Yeah. Again, seeing any blind spots with that sun here on your path to enlightenment, what makes you authentically you. Because I said in your January forecast, this is all about the truth, your truth, and standing for truth. If you can handle the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, with Pluto digging deep, all right? For you to be honest with yourself about your long-term goals and your friendships and groups, and even honestly, like relationships, love, intimacy, everything I mentioned earlier, money, investments, all of that. Inheritance, bonuses, royalties, commissions, loans, taxes. It's all part of the 8th house. Yeah? Because Pluto, remember, rules that for you. Anyway, this is when you become really honest with yourself. And this is a day that may even force... Well, let me rephrase that. I've talked about forces beyond our control. And this is one of those days where those forces may push you to face something that you've been avoiding. Because this, again, is all about confronting your truths. That's why Aquarius is known for freedom. And that's why this is going to be really strong here. So you can be your authentic self. And this is visibility. It is empowerment. And it's also the egg cracking, okay? For your death and rebirth, your identity reset, the new, stronger you for the new world, this new reality, this new timeline that you're creating. Change is the only constant, and the secret of change is to focus all your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Thank you, Socrates. And wow, look at what's happening. The boost that you're about to receive with Mars, your ruler, moving into Aquarius, 0 degrees, where pure potential exists. Here's your 5-planet conjunction in Aquarius. Okay, you got Mars, Pluto, Venus, the Sun, Mercury, all between 0 to 7 degrees in Aquarius. Those early degrees of new beginnings. Never in our lifetime have we experienced this. Okay? This is cosmic symphony. The last time we had Mars in Aquarius was 2 years ago, and around the first 2 weeks of February 2024. Okay? With Pluto there. Pluto was briefly in Aquarius, remember that. So what happened for you around that time when it came to everything that we're talking about here? Yeah? That was a big moment for you. But this is different. This is 5 planets conjunct, including a reborn Pluto. This is that seismic shift. Now, with a planet of action, Mars, determination, and the sign of the future, and freedom and individuality, your 11th house of your future, goals and aspirations, and your, support system and organizations you belong to, you won't want change. You're going to demand it. You'll fight for it, especially because, big news here, Aries, the moon will be in your sign. Sextile Mars. There's that pioneering spirit. This is you in your comfort zone. This is big emotional initiation. You're done with the small things, okay? Still take time for you, because this is a lot of energy. This is a lot of this is 5-planet conjunction. This is like your body and mind and spirit. All of it is a circuit breaker here. So, please, with all this energy that is so amplified, do some stretching, do some breath work, do some mime, whatever you need to do, yeah? But most of all, just be honest with yourself. That's what this is asking, all right? And when I say that about the changes that you want and that you need for this brand new era, with all this change that's happening, that's non-negotiable, you will experience the circumstances where you are going to have to be that snake shedding its skin, the phoenix rising from the ashes. Pluto is in the building. So, Mars in Aquarius, that's until March 1st, all right? And I actually love Mars in Aquarius. I mean, yeah, obviously I'm in Aquarius. I think I told you all that, but this is amazing. I got you. All right, now, oh yeah, and the other thing is, okay, so here's where we'll talk about it. So, Tuesday, January 20th, we will have Mercury sextile Neptune. Thursday, January 22nd, Mars sextiling Neptune as well, all right? And so a couple things here. One, this is the peak days, respectively, right, of these aspects, but they're potent, so you will feel it throughout the week. And Mercury, sextile Neptune, well, that's amazing. Mercury, that is you saying, oh, I got this vision of what I'm meant to be. Mars, sextile Neptune, is you taking action for it and pursuing your vision, your ideals. He's going to help you implement them. But this is what makes it so applesauce. They're both at 29 degrees, critical degree, right? It's a graduation. But they're at 29 degrees Pisces, the last degree of the last sign. This is truly the end of an era, the end of a cycle. This is a major rebirth that's about to happen. Pisces energy, by the way, is very healing. It's very spiritual. It's spiritual detox. It's even like emotional purging, but this is you engaging with your chi, your prana, your kundalini. This is flow state. This is hemisync. This is connecting with the ether. This is you doing the peace sign in a selfie. Neptune does rule photography, okay? But truly end of an era. So never gonna have these aspects again. Please use it. This is all about moving the needle forward with your vision. All right. Now, Saturday, January 24th, you got Juno connecting with the nodes of fate. So that would be the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo. And the moon, by the way, will be in Pisces, conjuncting Neptune in Aries. I'm sorry, Neptune in Pisces. We're not there yet. You see, it's about to happen. So this is a huge... is the moon... Actually, the moon won't be in... Is it? Either way, it is going to be the Juno. Juno is going to be with the nodes of fate. That's what matters. So this is a big deal because this is Juno in Capricorn. Juno, Jupiter's wife, right? The divine feminine. Yeah, this is her. She's very enchanting. She brings this balance of power in relationships, in marriage, and love, and contracts. And, you know, she negotiates with the nodes for you. So there's truly something here that could be fated with career. All right? Especially like business partners or even some sort of achievement that you're seeking. Now, Monday, January 26th, for the first time since 1861, Neptune officially moves into your sign, 0 degrees, for its permanent station for the next 14 years. And you did get a little bit of a preview March 30th to October 22nd in 2025. So think about that time, what happened for you when it came to leadership or entrepreneurship or new ventures. Yeah? I actually did a video on Neptune in Aries and what you can expect when Neptune's here until 2039. I'll leave that at the end of this video, all right? So you can watch that because we got 14 years to talk about this, but this is a true initiation of your fighting spirit. This is when you channel your inner compassionate hero, your visionary artist, transcendent leadership. Yeah, and this is a big deal. So anyway, this is a great time to start creating your new like mantras, with all this Plutonian energy as well. Like, you will need to see the forest for the trees. There will be a lot happening in your world, within your, bubble, like on the world stage, everywhere. All right? Really, 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 really strong aspects. And it actually, when Juno connects with the nodes, the moon will be in your sign, actually. All right? So, anyway... and it's this day, by the way, when Neptune moves into Aries, the moon will be in Taurus. We actually have a first quarter moon on January 26th. And so it's really interesting because the moon is exalted in Taurus. It will square Venus in Aquarius. So there just may be something here. This is it's like a checkpoint for you. Something here with your values, with money, with things that bring you comfort, with, even sensations. This is adapting to the changes happening around you as well. But you are in the year of the fire horse, okay? In a 1 year, the Great Awakening. And you've tipped over into your brand new era with Neptune moving into your sign. And there's no going back, all right? Remember, out with the old, in with the new. But also 18 days from now, Saturn will move into your sign. Meaning Saturn and Neptune will conjunct all the way up to February 20th when they perfect at 0 degrees. The Great Reset. But before that, Tuesday, January 27, you have the Great Disruptor, and that would be Mars conjunct Pluto. You've got the two most powerful planets, and they meet up every 2 years in this conjunction. So powerful and deep and raw in the most rebellious sign. This is an amplifier. It's a particle accelerator. It's a twisted sister song. There's no way anyone is going to steal your lunch money today. This is empowerment. This is adrenaline. This is willpower. This is desire for all your passions and your transformation and your evolution here. Yeah. Oh, and when I say that, yeah, physically, emotionally, spiritually, socially, mentally, this is big. This is big. It's in your 11th and your 8th. Let a big, powerful moments you might have with like friendships or a group, but also your future. And it's a lot of this is going to have to do with the people that you meet that really propel you forward or really connect you to what your future aspirations are. And there's a lot of energy here with relationships, okay? Love, business, doesn't matter. Relationships. It's potent and it can be extreme. Mars, the ruler, can be like a laser. He can be like a spear. Long hair, don't care. Yeah. So this could also be cutting cords. It could also be like power struggles. It could be the spider bite to the superhero you become. All right. But maybe you've seen The Boys on Amazon. So channel this energy constructively with precision. Handle it with care. Remember, you're on a karmic journey and everything you do or say has ripple effects. So go with the flow with a go, see how things go, because this isn't standalone. This is part of that 5-planet conjunction, which means this is 5 times the energy that you are going to feel this week. And we know with energy, it needs to be discharged. All right, so use this aspect. Don't let it use you. Own it, because this is that kind of moment where you might think about taking someone's mic and say, I'm gonna let you talk, but, or you may use this as a force of good. You could give out bikes to people in your neighborhood. Whatever it is, use this. By the way, the moon will be in Gemini this day too. So you've got Mars conjunct Pluto in Aquarius with the moon in Gemini in your 3rd house. So these 2 air signs, Gemini and Aquarius, right? A lot of mental energy. Gemini rules the nervous system. There can be a little restless energy here as well, but definitely stimulation, okay? This is going to be really strong. Now, not on the whiteboard, by the way, January 28th, the most colossal, monumental is this real life day in history. My birthday, along with Jackson Pollock and Nick Carter. So, I do want to thank you all for all your kindness and your support. I hope that you see that doing these readings brings me such great joy. So, I wouldn't be here without you. So, I truly, truly have so much gratitude. And if you do watch my live streams, you know that I have been having a very interesting 2025, but I did go through a lot of trauma and grief and blackouts and physical therapy, including my dog, Ruby, due to the 1 in a trillion chance of 7 very challenging long form aspects that were converging over a 6-month period in my personal chart that brought such indescribable circumstances, such as being involved in a federal crime. It's funny how the universe is so full of surprises. Anyway, I'm happy to report that half of those aspects have ended. Next week will be the last of one more. So I am relieved, and I just want to thank you again for all your kindness and your patience and your support. All right? But yeah, the moon will be in Gemini. It's going to trine Venus and Mercury. You're going to be very social, and you're going to have some brilliant ideas, and there's just going to be a lot of things that move the needle forward for you. Thursday, January 29th, actually, Mercury will conjunct Venus in Aquarius. So yes, this is the mind. It's on, and Venus is the heart, right? So mind, heart coherence, very social for you. Again, it's in your 11th house. This brings diplomacy. This brings awareness. After all that intensity, you may have gone through some like, what the heck just happened moments. This is it is kind of stabilizing a bit, but the moon in Cancer will square Neptune in your sign. You are going to start hearing that now. Neptune and Aries, Neptune and Aries. So with what's happening here, yeah, there still might be a little bit of confusion, but the moon will conjunct Jupiter in Cancer on Friday, January 30th. That's great. Yeah. There's a lot of like great energy around the home, like your home and family, your loved ones, and there's this nurturing energy that you're going to have. But either way, by the end of the month, you're going to be at this point of no return. You're officially in the great awakening, and you are going to heed the call of the wake-up call. What was it that you needed to hear the past 2 weeks? Like, you will know. All right. Now, if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, Zeke, your favorite baker, it doesn't matter. All the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they're going to feel all the conjunctions the most. Yeah, I'm throwing in the fire signs too. Yep, you and Sagittarius, and I'm leaving someone out, Leo. But if you have any planets 0 to 4 degrees in any of those signs, those planets are going to be aspected, especially the air signs, right? And then with the aspects to Neptune and Pisces, the final aspects with Neptune and Pisces, if you have any planets in any of the water signs, 26, 29 degrees, you're going to feel it the most. Or if you're rising or moon or anybody you know is water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. All right, for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, January 19th to the end of the month. This is it. This is it. I hope that you are ready. Aries, let's get started. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Aries, you listen, this is going to be big. This is a big moment for you. A really big moment. Like, what's happening is, well, I'll tell you later. I already told you everything, but I'm already looking at something else, and I'm just like, there are some changes in the air. Aries, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, and if we need to pull clarifiers, well, you know we will. You know I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Aries, let's dive in. All right, you're good. You're good. Yep. Oh wow. change is the only constant in this world. Thank you, Heraclitus. Wow. You got, oh my gosh. All right, sure. I'll give you the, yeah. This is gonna be, when I say like you already are gonna go through significant change, and we haven't even moved into February yet. This this is big. It's big change. I want you to know that, Aries. Okay, you do have the devil. Very interesting, right? Very interesting. This is why I kind of harped on that border between Capricorn and Aquarius. Okay, better the devil, you know, right? Especially for you, because the devil is attributed to Capricorn, and you're fully moving into Aquarius season. Yeah. So there's something there in terms of you with career, with what you want for your future. Do you know? Do you know? Have you been getting signs that you've been ignoring? Yeah. Saying, this is your path over this way, right? Because you're just comfortable, or there's this level of uncertainty you have, or you don't feel confident, or you're doubting yourself, any of that. You have to hit the road, Jack, right? With all of this energy being chained to the devil here, okay? All of it. And it could be other people that are influencing you. So remember, you're going to feel a huge shift when you move into Aquarius season. That is all about being independent. This is all about marching to your own drumbeat. It's like trademark Aquarius. They're known to do their own thing. They're the rebels, right? They're not good with authority. They don't like being told what to do. I can attest to this as an Aquarius, okay? Anyway, yeah, break free from those chains, okay? In order to break free, you got to know what those chains are. And it doesn't have to be exclusively like career or profession. This is the devil. This is you. It just even maybe having some pessimistic thinking, being pessimistic about your future. Yeah, that's not you, right? That's this grip on you. This is, and also remember, fear is fiction. It doesn't exist. This is also codependency. This is also, addictions and obsessions, and which, by the way, Pluto will bring that out. So remember, being true to you and being honest with yourself about any situation. Are you denying your intuition? Like your spirit, your soul? Truth will come to the surface. Anyway, you do have that King of Swords and the heart of your spread, which is amazing. This shows a lot of power, a lot of leadership. The King of Swords is Aquarius. Yep. And this is someone who is so confident. He's the only king that looks directly at you. He has nothing to hide. He's faced all his truths. In fact, nobody can hide from this king. And he is the king. Let's say you were summoned by this king, the medieval times. This is the king that makes you shake at the knees. He is a little intimidating, but so is Pluto and all those conjunctions. So again, this is power. Be very mindful of the power that you wield, right? With great power comes great responsibility. But this is great. Used in the right way. This is you making the decisions, breaking free from that devil energy. This is you doing your own thing. This is independent thought. This is you being a decision maker, having brilliant ideas, calling the shots, being honest with yourself. Okay? So I really like that. You even see his sword is tilted. He is ready to strike. There are things. Remember what I said about cutting cords? You can be cutting cords. All right? Make sure you cut those cords. Now, You got the Hangman in your challenge area. Two things here. One, yeah, you're coming out of something that could have been holding you back. That's great. And it's going to be on this spiritual level. It's going to be on this level of you're already, listen, Saturn, that is in Pisces. I told you, when we get to February 10th, we'll move into your sign. And at this point, I think he's at like 26, 27 degrees. He's going to move fast. He's going to move fast. And when he moves into your sign, that's it. That's over. All right? And the reason I bring that up is that's your 12th right there. Saturn in Pisces. Well, this card is attributed to Neptune. And so even that Neptunian energy that you're going to feel this week, but either way, both are in Pisces, right? And Neptune rules Pisces, therefore there's a lot of Piscean energy in the Hangman. And that's very nebulous for you. So, are you seeing the forest for the trees? Yeah? It's a big question you might ask yourself, okay? But there's something here that shows you are going to have a big wake-up call. And you are going to, like, have no qualms making those sacrifices or surrendering things that no longer serve you well. The second thing here, you may have a little bit of a, it's almost like you need to convince someone else or someone else that needs to see the way you are seeing things, okay? But again, you have a lot of power in making that happen. Now, you have judgment in your crown, judgment attributed to the planet Pluto. There's your awakening. Big spiritual awakening. Big wake-up call. So the next 2 weeks, as long as you break free here, you're going to see everything so differently. In fact, there feels like this second chance. It's like you get this opportunity after breaking free from those chains, this opportunity to say, okay, I got all this power. Pluto's like all these conjunctions in my 11th house of the future that I want for myself. I'm going to make that happen. I'm going to put things in order. I'm going to make the decisions I need to make. I'm going to cut ties with the people I don't need to be with. I'm going to have the conversations with the people that I do. You have that Five of Swords on the root of your spread. All right? This is actually an Aquarius card as well. Very interesting when you got Pluto that's in Aquarius. You have the King of Swords who's Aquarius. Yeah, kings are fixed. Swords are air. Aquarius is a fixed air sign. And then you have the Five of Swords, another Aquarius card. All this Aquarian energy. Very interesting. Very interesting. You have a very interesting story, but yeah. Stop. Listen. This feels more like you're just fighting with yourself over something. And it's going to happen for everybody, right? Because there's something to be said about all these generational aspects that are happening with Neptune that's been in Pisces for 14 years. You even had Saturn in Pisces 2.5 years. Uranus is going to be moving back into Gemini in a few months. That's 8 years, 7-8 years. So a lot of big changes. A lot of big changes of this new era, right? Pluto in Aquarius, 250 years. I mean, this is a big deal. And so there's this sense of one thing that Aquarius is known for is Aquarius can push people away. Yeah? And they only let their closest within their circle. And it feels like that may be something that you might be doing, but it feels like you might be doing it in a way of I need time. I need time to think about, that energy, which is great. Just, this has a bit of a bite to it. So just be very mindful of that and be very mindful about the way that you do communicate with others, because you will have Mercury in Aquarius, conjunct Pluto. You have so much there in your social network, and it's going to be very busy. Okay? Now, you have the Death card in your future. You're good. everything's changing. Your entire life is changing. Everything's changing. This is the next chapter. It's not even a chapter. It's like if your life was, a trilogy, you're moving into your next book. I mean, remember, it's not even like, oh, we're moving into a new year. No, it's a brand new era. The old world, I mean, look around you, right? Everything is crumbling for this new world that we all deserve. Yeah? So vibrate at that high frequency, because you will be the change that you want. This is amazing. You see the sun coming out of the horizon, all these opportunities. Don't resist change. But it, again, even with what's happening here, it feels like you're really going to be fighting for it. You're going to be like, you want change so bad. And I say that because sometimes it's hard to break those chains, right? With the devil energy. But wow, the fact that you have all major arcana and then these two swords, it's just so this is going to be a significant time for you. The other thing I was going to just quickly bring up is that, do you see what's happening here? You've got Capricorn energy, new moon in Capricorn. You've got Pluto in Aquarius. You're moving into Aquarius season. What did I say about Pisces? So it's the end of all that Piscean energy. Neptune in Pisces. Death card attributed to Scorpio. And Pluto, that's in Aquarius, that will have 5 conjunctions. Pluto natively rules Scorpio. That brings in that 8th house energy. Okay? So, death card attributed to Scorpio. Scorpio rules death and rebirth. You're going through a true death and rebirth. Everything's changing. Okay? Let's get to your staff. Aries, y'all, I put on my serious face for you. Aries, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. Hype. And no, seriously, tell me what's happening, because you have got so much going on. And I'm very excited. I got a lot of Aries friends, and they're all at that point, and they have no idea how much their lives are going to change by the time we get to the, end of January. Anyway, okay, let's get started. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Fax machine. Yes. Oh my. Yes, you get the world swirl. Okay. Anyway, you're good. I don't even you. This is who you want. I'll give you. You got Will Ferrell, the cowbell. I'm part of a sticker club. You might join one. I mean, remember, you've got all these conjunctions in your 11th house of groups, organizations, all that. Anyway, yeah. Come on. You have 2. Okay, so you have the Ace of Wands. Do it. Go for it. Listen. You're moving. Remember, no turning back. No turning back. There is a sense of surrender. No turning back. You're moving into, look at this. You got the Hand of Spirit offering you the biggest wand in the deck. This is your passions. This is action. This is you. Wands are the spirit of fire, right? So fire in your belly. You're just, make room for it. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Make room for it. Remember, you've got that new moon in Capricorn in your 10th house, career, your reputation, honors, achievements. You got the Ace of Wands, new opportunities, new beginning. Right here, okay? Heavily associated with career and profession, but also just your passions. You also have the Page of Swords. You got some you got news coming, you got message coming through. Pages are messenger, swords are the communication, the mental suit, right? So they're in your external factors area. You're about to get some big news. Okay? That's going to be really great. You also have, it does look like there's someone joining you too. Very possible. Very possible there is going to be someone joining you. Someone who's just, it's almost like if you're doing something really new, there's got to be someone that you meet up with, match up with. There's something very exciting about it. There's a lot of enthusiasm behind it as well. You have the King of Cups, your second king. And so this is really great. It's saying that, yeah, you are you're seeking this stabilization. It feels like there could have been some like energy. Just wait until the next 2 weeks, right? Like it's gonna be bonkers. So this is really great. Remember, take the time that you need. The King of Cups, he's emotionally stable. He's the rock for other people. This is someone who is like the biggest heart, right? He leads with his heart. He has so much heart to give, but remember what I said about self-love as well. All right, now, wow. 2 aces. You got 2 aces. Ace of Cups and your final outcome. Everything that you ever wanted, you're about to get. The Ace of Cups that's the Holy Grail. This is it. This is it. This isn't your cup half full. Is your cup overflowing? This is love. It's emotions. It's feelings. It's relationships. It's intuition. It's wonderment. This is everything. This is emotionally moving, but this is like to the point of tears. This is tears of joy. So something that you really, really wanted. Oh, it's big and it's happening. And this is new. Like, you can't get newer than this. You can't get newer than this. I'm very excited for you, but remember, you gotta let that go. All right? So, Aries, you're good. You are good. And honestly, like, you deserve it. You deserve it. This is tears of joy. It's nirvanic, is what this is. It's unforgettable. You're good. Aries, next week, yeah, we'll do February. That was the thing I was gonna say, is that right off the, like, from the get, like on February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo, and it's your 5th house. So we'll talk about that next week. But yeah, a lot of changes, a lot of adjustments. You're amazing. You're good. And for tier 3 members, really good and legendary members, the last 2 weeks of January, honestly, it actually just feels like a month on its own. So we're going to treat it like a month. We're going to look at love. We're going to look at career. We're going to pull a lot more cards. All right. As well as the, your big message for the last 2 weeks. Anyone's welcome to join. Really good and legendary members. You know where the link is. For the bonus spread. And oh, by the way, this is that one time a year, by the way, that I do say, hey, become a member. It's as little as $2. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and it helps me continue to do these videos. And I hope that you see I do put a lot of time and effort into them, into this research. Anyway, it really is. I always do it around my birthday season. I never really ask that the rest of the year. That's not me. But anyway, all right, I'm going to let you go. Thanks so much, Aries. Y'all are amazing, and you're really good. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.